Hello there, and welcome to Five Figures. Today, this has been a weird week. Oh my gosh. And it's been a weird week of figures. This is kind of a weird mix here. These are all over the board as far as where I've got them too. I'm just going to start off with, it's not Leatherhead. It's Bray Wyatt. This is like one of the weird lines of WWE stuff. Alligator Bray Wyatt. And I remember seeing this in the store thinking it looked lame. But I got it in a garage sale with a bunch of other stuff, and it's actually really cool. It's way cooler in person than it looked in the store in package. And I mean, it's just a basic WWE figure with a tail, basically. I mean, you got a whole bunch of new sculpt and everything, but the articulation is just like a basic, ball jointed shoulder, single jointed wrist or elbow, wrist that pivots and swivels, waist, hips, knees. The basics, but he does have the older style of basic ankles that do rock. So I thought that was pretty good. And honestly, this is actually a really great figure. And even if you're not into WWE at all, this guy kind of rules. I recommend some of the monster figures. They have a really good look to them. So next up. GameStop is clearancing these things out. I highly recommend getting the 2-pack of the Ninja Turtle Batman crossover from the video game, I think it was. Anyway, they're $14 now, most of them, except for the ones with Batman or Shredder in them. Like Donnie here and Batgirl were just $14.95 for the pair. These are NECA made figures. They're very good. They're very nice. They are a little bit odd stylistically, but I have to say I do love this Batgirl. So, I mean, I don't have a lot of Batgirl figures, but I'm into this one. And the Donnie here, he actually comes with like a regular head. He comes with a crap ton of accessories. All of these 2-packs do. He comes with multiple hands and pizza and whatnot. And the articulation's decent. It's not going to be like top shelf. But you do get double jointed knees on all of them, single jointed elbows. The only things I don't like are the wrists. These wrists look kind of weird to me. I don't know if this one is just missing. I feel like he's missing his wristband, but this is how it came in the package. So I don't know what's up with that, but maybe I'm missing something. I did switch out. I do like this head better than the weird blank stare head. So I went with that. It's got a baseball helmet on, and I dig it. It's not my favorite Donatello figure, but you know what? For $15 to get both of them, that is freaking sweet. And then you guys know that I pick up the new Power Rangers Legacy series or Lightning series pretty regularly, and this is from Beast Morphers. This is one of the villains, Blaze. He was just so freaking cool. I couldn't pass him up. And normally I immediately pull the American heads, throw them in a basket, don't ever use them. I just use their helmets. And his helmet is quite cool, as you can see. But something about the head sculpt on this guy, I don't know. I just love this head sculpt. He looks like such a jerk face. But it looks so amazingly done. It actually looks a little bit more cartoony with the helmet on, and this really, really good head sculpt of this actor. And I don't even know the guy's name. I just know he plays like a kind of a typical blonde dude jerk. I don't know why dudes with blonde hair always get a bad rap, but the figure itself is just fantastic. Colors, paint scheme, armor, you name it. And then you throw on this like super jerk head on there, and I think it's great. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. It is definitely stronger in the set than I would have thought. And then last but definitely not the least, I'm going to make Blaze stand here real quick. Come on, Blaze. We don't have time for this. All right. Definitely not least, we have Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I'm trying to think who made this, the manufacturer. But it's from the Cartoon Network series. He came with a desk and a whole bunch of stuff. I picked this one up used. These are quite expensive now. I was pretty sad. I could see in the picture there was a little scuff on his head, but when I got it in hand, there is scuffs and paint missing off of it everywhere. He had a whole bunch of paint missing on his neck, on the back of his head. The dude didn't show me. Never gave me a refund. He was a bad seller. But I basically just took a magic marker, touched up the spots. I can't touch with the red really. And I'm pretty happy with it. This is, in my opinion, one of the better Space Ghost figures. And I recently just read the comic book series, and that is just unbelievable. The DC comic book series. And even though I know this is more marketed and mocked after the silly cartoon show, there's still a lot of the character here. And I dig it. I needed a Space Ghost figure. I used to have one of these complete. Gave it to a friend. And I just needed one back on the shelf. I know he's a little bit rough. He had some paint missing. He's got some like smudges on him. But had to have it. He's got rotating ball joint at the shoulder. Single jointed elbows. Wrist rotation. And the original one, new, he comes with a bunch of different fists and hands and cue cards and things. Rotates at the waist, and then your basic single jointed knee, joint at the hip, joint at the ankle, and then the head is a weird rocker ball thing. The whole thing is. So that's a little odd. Cape is rubber, and sometimes if you just leave it straight, it does this thing. It doesn't hang quite straight, but anyway, this was a figure that I had to get back in the collection after I read those Space Ghost comics, and I'm very, very glad to have him back. He's a little bit rough, but that just tells me that somebody played the shit out of this guy. And I kind of like that. I don't mind having a toy that's got some scratches in it, some wear, as long as it's, you know, reasonably tight. He'll still be able to stand. I'm usually okay with it. It just tells me that the toy has some life to it. And honestly, that's what toys are for, so it makes sense. Anyway, this is the 5 figures that I have acquired. It's been the last week and a half probably. Anyway, that's pretty much my story. Hope you guys like this video. If you do, hit like, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.